Come to the machine, main isolator on. RES is telling me to reset it, so we blue button to reset it. Then we've got the start button and the stop button and our emergency stop. But before we can go to them, we've got to choose which program we want. And we use the jog button to go around. So to start off with, we want this highlighted, and at the moment it says number 1. So what that means, if I tap it, that will flash. While it's flashing, it means it can be adjusted. So we've got program 1, which is wrap up and down. Program 2, which is up only or down only. Program 3, wrap to the top to place a top sheet, and then it will come back down again. Program 4 is hand, which is manual. The last one, program 5, which is Eco Wrap, which means it's a self-teach me program. So let's go back to program 1, which is your wrap up and down. So I'm going to tap it. Now it's solid, it means I can move along. So I've gone to the next one. This is photo eye delay. As you can see, we've got a roll of film, top of a pallet. At the moment, that's 20 centimeters. If I increase that, because I've tapped it, it's flashing, I can now increase it to a 25 centimeter delay. So when the eye sees the top, it's going to carry on going for 25 centimeters, which would probably be a bit too much. Leave it on 20, see how it goes. Tap it, and then going to move it along, okay? And you'll see we've missed this button out here, this light, sorry. So if I hold it in, I've now diverted across to the next one, which you'll see is a picture of the reel of film at the top of the pallet, okay, but with arrows in between. And what that means now, we've turned the photo eye off with the delay, we're going to wrap to 1 meter 40. So if I tap it, I can increase that to say 1 meter 45 or decrease it to 1 meter 20. So we're now overridden the eye and we're running on an altimeter. But I want to go back to photo eye. So I'm going to hold that in. We've gone back to photo eye, button on the left with a 20 centimeter delay. It's solid, so I can move along to the next setting. This setting here, you'll see there's a person loading a reel of film. What that means is going to load it on at 0 centimeters. So that's going to be down on the floor. If I tap it, I could turn it up to 35 now. So every time the pallet finishes being wrapped, the carriage will come up to 35 centimeters off the floor. To be honest, you might as well leave it on 0 because it will finish there, ready for you to tie the film onto the next pallet, and you'll load it at the 0 position. So while it's still flashing, I'm just going to turn it down to 0. Okay, next button along there. So we've moved it along. We've got a picture of a roll of film up and down, and that's how fast the roll of film goes up and down. At the moment, it's 4 meters a minute. So if I tap it, I can turn it all the way back down to 1.4 meters a minute. At 1.4 meters a minute, it's going to go up and down slowly and give you a big overlap. So we'll leave it at, say, 2 meters. If you're happy with that, tap it, and that's set in. You won't need to adjust it again. Okay, we look at this button, this symbol here. It wraps around the top when the photo eye sees the top. Just missed this one out. We've got wraps around the bottom before it starts going up. So if we say, for instance, we want to do 3 wraps around the bottom, tap it, we'll turn back. The top wraps, we want to put 3 wraps around the top. So we know, I'm going to go back to program 1. So we know 1 and 1. So we're going up and down, and we're going to go 3 around the bottom, 3 around the top, with carriage speed at 2 meters a minute. Okay. And then we've got this facility here. Okay, we've got the 2 lights lit up. If I tap it, I can raise the carriage up manually by turning the grey knob to the right, stop it, or down. And this would be the function you'd use on manual. So I'm just going to come, because it's solid, I can move it around. I'm going to go to program 1 and 1 again. So tap it. I'm going to turn to program 4, which is manual. Tap that, and now I'm coming back to this area here. What would happen, I can use my start. So you'll see it's going to carry on wrapping that one area. Okay, while it's flashing, I can adjust it. If it was a solid light, I would turn it, nothing would happen. So flash, turn it to the right, it can go up, stop, up again, stop, back down. Okay, and this is me doing it manually. Once this finishes, we'll go back to program 1, your up and down wrap. So a nice soft finish. Okay, it's now solid, so I can move it out of the way. So we're up to the programs, we're on 4, tap it. Let's go back to program 1, which is up and down. We'll still have the 3 bottom, 3 top set in. Start. And now we'll do the 3 wraps around the bottom, up to the top, 3 around the top, and back down again. You can also, anytime during the carriage going up and down, if you have it on this setting here, once it starts going up, you'll notice I can tap it and it will do a reinforcement wrap in that one area. So we're going up now, carriage is going up, tap it once, we've got 1 revolution in that area, tap it twice, 2 revolutions. If you need to stop it, you can stop, or you e-stop. I'll e-stop it. Because I've e-stopped it, I do need to reset it using the blue button, and I need to take the carriage back down again. So what I'm going to do, turn it to this position here, tap so it flashes, and take it back down. Okay. I will start it up again, just so it does a revolution to reset it to the beginning. Okay. So you'd let that go for a cycle, and then it'll be totally reset, ready to go. Okay, we've got a key in here. You can use the key. If you get anything caught underneath the film carriage, you've got a yellow safety plate, that would activate. Okay, and then you'd use the key, turn to the right. Okay, press the start button. Oh, so I'm going to hold that up. Activate plate, turn to the right. That's not doing it. We'll edit that bit.